would have disdained, if fathers would have been abased, to have sat with the dogs of my flocks, for them to feed with the dogs. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished? How can they help me? While in their old age their strength was perished. Cannot do anything right now because they are taken by age. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate in ways. For want and famine they were solitary, because they wanted thing, and through the famine they were in isolation, isolated. They fled into wilderness. They fled from the presence of the country. They fled to their own place. In former time, in old time, desolate in ways, they fled to somewhere else. They could not enjoy the hardness. So instead of enjoying, they just went to a place where they can find joy. 3. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing to the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper rods for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. They were driven forth from among men. They left men. They were driven forth from men. They were hated. They cried after them as after a thief. You know when a thief steals something, they run. Everyone is coming around. There they come, there they pass. Stop that one, stop that one. So they fled. Everyone was desiring to see their eyes, but they fled away. So when there were problems, they desired not to face them. Like your father now, when your father now still have to feed you as a child, he just runs away and says, I won't do that. Yes, many children they grow without their fathers because they are bums. They just say they run away, and you cry after them as a thief. You cry looking for them, not to find them. They left you in isolation, desolate. That's what you do, most of your bums. You left your children. You don't want to feed your children. You just cry, say those are not your children. While you clearly know those are your children. You don't want to feed those children, but you just want to be fed. You don't want to do anything for them. Those are you bums. You women, you are bums too. You leave your children on the streets. You leave them before the neighbor's door. You throw them now in the toilet. You throw them off in the bushes. You woman, you do abortion. Yes, that's what you do. You do abortion so you can go out and do your evil thing again. You are killing people. You are a murderer. You are a murderer, you woman. All of you. 6. To dwell in the cliffs of the valley, in caves of the earth, in the rocks. To dwell in the cliffs, they want high places. They want high places. So they saw this thing was troublesome to them. They didn't want to feed. They didn't want to provide. They went where it was better, so they can be lifted up, where there was much joy. They didn't want to suffer and enjoy hardness with you. They want to help you. They just want to be themselves and go wherever their last of their hearts leads them. On the cliff places, in the